on. But yeah, for now, we'll just wait a few seconds, see who else joins. Realistically, the actions hopefully can speak louder than words. I'll try to go live either bi weekly or weekly so that I can keep updates with you guys. Samad, great to see you, Samad. Everybody, please welcome Samad to the community. Samad actually was a part of my previous ambassador program. He is a great guy. I'm in Mountain Time Zone, so it's 1 a.m. for me right now. Dan, how's it going? So Samuel, for mainnet, I don't have an exact date for you. One thing that I do plan to do is making sure that the product updates and timelines are more clear. So when I do have that information, I'll let you know. I'm just working on making sure that my connection with the product team is perfect, since I have only been here less than a week. What about the ambassador program? Do you have any info? So I will actually let you know a little bit about that today, and I will cover some of my vision for how things are going to change. Um, and then over the next month or so is when you guys will start to see these things come to life. I just joined the team within the last week. So I just need you to give me a little bit of time for me to start putting things together and start implementing them. Sound good? I'll try and find that answer for you, Samuel. I'm not 100% sure. I'm still taking in a lot of information. So just please bear with me while I make sure everything is smooth for us. So feel free to throw me any questions in the chat. In about a minute or so, I will give an intro to myself, and then I'll talk about some of the upcoming vision. For now, let me know a bit about you guys in the chat. I want to get to know you as well. One thing I want to know as well is when it comes to, I would say, more activities, right? Or programs or events. The biggest thing that I want from you guys is feedback, right? And Hazel, I so far I have been taking note of people with this high activity on certain platform aspects. So yeah, I'm making sure to take note of everybody that is contributing in the best ways. So I do appreciate you letting us know that as well. Yeah, Goldick, I'll cover that in just a moment. I'm just letting people join in and say hello, and then I'm going to start into that. Dan, you can't hear me? If you can't hear me, Dan, please exit and rejoin. Sometimes Discord will bug like that. Thank you. Oh man, Samad, it's so nice to see you here. Guys, please give a warm welcome to Samad. Samad, as I mentioned, yeah, I'll actually do that in a second here, Jay. Samad was actually a member of my ambassador program at Galaxy. I know him very well. He's a great guy. So definitely show him some love. So Cryptic J asks, can you walk us through your Web3 journey up until Sahara? Of course. So as I get into this, basically, funny enough, like many, it was COVID was the beginning, right around 2020 or so. I definitely knew about Web3 and blockchain, but I wasn't super into like these areas aggressively, right? I had actually gone to school for travel and tourism. So, what I really love about the world is just how incredible so many different places are and the people in those places. So, I had actually previously planned to build a tour company when COVID hit, and that canceled that plan, of course, right? So, from that point, like many, I was stuck at home. and I had always been very invested in people and online communities. It was always something that really stuck for me, right? So from there, I kind of dove into blockchain and crypto. I started investing. I started learning, though. That was the big thing, right? That was the best part. The people that I met during that learning process was really what saved me and kept me going in the space, no matter what losses or wins I made, right? At the end of the day, if you're doing it alone, it's so much more stressful. And those people coming together beside me were able to share in those wins and losses, and it definitely motivated me, right? So from there, I actually ended up building a research group very early on where we had about 10,000 users. Dan, you still have no voice? Dan, real quick before I continue. Someone tell Dan to go to his user settings and check his output and input in his audio. Yeah, tell Dan to check his input and output in his voice settings. Yeah, thank you, Bluebird. Thank you, Samad. See if that's it, because sometimes it can bug out a bit. Oh yeah, it could be if it's iPhones. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I use Android, so but continuing, or maybe I'll wait 1 second and see if we can get Dan in. So, do you guys feel yeah, so here's the thing. I semi agree with Armadillo, and I semi agree with Azel and the others. I think things like Kaito can be exciting, but it can also be too much, if that makes sense. There's a line you have to walk, essentially. It's the same with Galaxy campaigns. I think Galaxy campaigns can be fantastic, but if you're too aggressive, that's the problem. You need to be able to find a line where contributions matter more than the numbers. Does that make sense? And interestingly enough, over my years at Galaxy, that's one of the things I really focused on. So I hope to bring some good general campaigns that don't even use other platforms, right? I want to do things strictly between Sahara and the community. And if I do need to use other platforms, I will. But okay, I'll wait to continue until Dan comes. Till Dan, I'll wait. Yeah, someone let him know I'll wait a sec. We can just chat a bit. So that's actually one thing I was going to mention to you today, Matiev. That and let me know if I said your name correctly. I want to push for more like rewarding content on Twitter, right? So that's part of my upcoming plans as well. Yeah, the I'll give you guys a better outline. Yeah, I totally understand. That there are these aspects where you feel left out, right? Or you felt like you were abandoned, right? Essentially, for me going forward, the number one thing that I want to focus on is making sure that you guys don't feel like that anymore, and that you feel like your voices are heard, right? Yeah, we're gonna make sure that that's rectified. Hey, Zara. So the small details like that, Curly, are things. Yeah. So the ambassador program, and then so there's. Let me walk you through this in a sec before we go through the individual questions. I just want to make sure Dan was here as well. I know he was excited for this. I will go through these questions in a moment, though. And part of these answers to are going to be getting more feedback from you guys, right? There are directions that I can take, but ultimately, the balance that I have to find are making sure that the goals of the company are hit, right? And also making sure that my goals with you guys are hit, right? Your voice matters as well, and I'm going to find that balance. Yeah, people don't like to read as much. I know what you mean. Hey, Mishka, it is very interesting. That's actually one of the focuses I plan to take as well. I will be looking to promote different styles of content to make things work a lot smoother, right? Because people learn in different ways. And that's one of the things when running a community like this is I need to be taking into account the ways that you guys like to learn, the ways that you guys like to experience, and the ways that are good to bring new people in as well, right? I think I'm confused. Okay, Dan's here. Okay, cool. Not a problem. So let me go back to just a little bit about myself. Okay, so I got into the space after working in traveling tourism. The big things that I really enjoy about the world are the people and the many wonderful places within. Right. So going forward, I really want to focus on some really solid regional aspects. Right. I want to reward and promote community members that are active within their traditional communities as well as the English community. Right. You should be able to participate in both of those zones and feel very positive about that. That's definitely a good point, Kurlik, about retrospectively. I don't have a direct answer for that at the moment, but it is a piece of feedback I am taking into mind. Um, Tutorials were never recognized here. I'm going to be recognizing those going forward. I am going to walk you through a little bit of the outline of how I'd like things to look. But essentially, from that point, I had formed a research group with some friends of mine, and during that time, I ran that community for about a year and a half. We had about 10,000 people. It was my first community work in Web3. After that, when the group sort of fizzled out, I ended up uh, having the co-founder of Galaxy reach out to me and say, "Hey, can you come help us with our community?" When it was about 3,000 people. So from that point on, I was with Galaxy for about 4 years. And so I ran that community for about 4 years, and it was a roller coaster. I'll be honest with you guys, right? I have been through every experience you can imagine. I understand so many different viewpoints, lines to walk, balances to take, and at the end of the day, what programs work and what programs don't. I also do understand that not everything is going to always be positive, right? I'm never going to always make the right decision, but what I hope to get from you guys is that if you feel like I'm not making the right decision, you can vocalize that with me and we can discuss about it on why I think it was or why you think it wasn't. This is a give and take effort, right? And so I want to take my about 5.5 years of community experience in Web3, and I want to work on building that connection with the community for Sahara better. Does that make sense? And hopefully Samad can vouch for me if you enjoyed my ambassador program. So, what that looks like, right? There's an incredible community in every project from your country. It's so true. Um, there are so many incredible groups of people, and I want to be able to highlight those, right? Yes, people don't want to join 5 game events per day. This I also agree with, Mathieu. Uh, so Kurlik, I'm going to be doing more work with the product team to make sure that timelines are more clear. I don't think I can give an exact date on anything. This is just due to things might change, right? So when I do have a concrete timeline, I'll make sure that that's clear as soon as I can, right? So one thing I want to mention as I talk about things today is I'm going to give a little bit of an outline of how I'd like things to go going forward and some of the things I want to focus on, right? And a little bit about the philosophy behind that, and I'll answer any questions I can as well. So, interestingly enough, Mativ, I appreciate what you mentioned about 5 events per day of very random variety, right? I don't think this is good for the community, right? We want to see events and programs that are fun, but also engaging directly with what we're here for, right? This includes events that are more focused on the decentralized AI space, but also maintaining those things that help us connect together. For example, I don't want to remove karaoke. But do we only need events like this? No, right? We need to work on programs and singular pieces that essentially help build the community members alongside the product, right? If we are not succeeding together, then there's something wrong. So we don't need OP anymore. This is a point I've been taking in as well, Armadia. In the end point of this, I will let you know there are a few programs that I'm looking at pushing forward and I'll go through each of those now. So to start with this community, there is obviously a lack of connection between the team and the community right now, right? Basically, I need to fix that. To fix that, it is partially making sure that the user flow is the best it can be, right? Now, what I mean by that is I'm going to be doing a full visual restructure of the server. We are going to cut out a lot of the fluff. There's going to be a lot less channels, and things are going to be way more streamlined. This is also going to mean information is going to be easier to find, and the posts that I make to you guys are going to be much more clear and detailed, right? Secondly, I am going to be spending a lot more time with the moderators and junior moderators talking about that program and finding the ways to make that work in the best way possible. This means, more, I guess, eagerness to help the community, right? And before I continue, I'm just gonna check the chat. Quality immersive much should be designed. I appreciate that feedback. Good luck to you. You have a ton of work for us. You're gonna help me fix it. Of course. Don't worry. I know it's tough, right? If I if it was too much for me, I wouldn't be here, right? So continuing on, right? We're gonna make sure that the mods are working in top quality. We're gonna make sure that content and pieces like that can be pushed and acknowledged and celebrated. Now, when we talk about rewards, right? That is something I don't have a exact answer on today, but it's something I'm working on getting you an answer for. And the reason being is I just have not spent enough time here yet. I just joined, right? So, like I mentioned, if you guys can give me a little bit of time, that's all I ask for. I will be putting together a incentives program that will be able to reward the community either through task-based structure, campaigns, community seasons. This is also possible. Um, but basically, the goal is to make things feel rewarding, right? And make sure that the tasks are also rewarding. A lot of these tasks and programs are going to be focused on directly connecting the users better with the product so that we can give as much feedback to the product team and make things work and run smoothly, right? The goal is to definitely up the level of the product alongside the community. Does that make sense? You heard our voices for the first time at the voting event. So far, we've only been asked to comply. So, right, and I really do appreciate that point, Armadia, because what I hope that you guys understand, right, at the same time, is that I also have a boss, right? And so the line that I have to walk is making sure that, I'm getting what the boss needs done, right? Making sure that everything's running smoothly and, following that line. But my other job is making sure that everything runs smoothly for you guys as well. And I hope you know that I'm going to be walking that line, and that sometimes it may be slower, it may be faster, but I'm going to do my best to make sure that you guys feel heard going forward. Yeah, so Mishka, I'm actually going to set up a anonymous feedback form, and there will be a singular channel where you can find the anonymous feedback form and submit to it. This will be included in the visual server restructure that's coming up. Yeah, so Matiev, I will not ask you guys to make content until I am able to reward you for it in some way, right? I can't ask you to do that right now. You know, if you feel like you still want to, I would love to see that. But I need to rebuild this first, right? But feedback is going to be an important point. Hope that makes sense. Oh, wait, Goldick, I just noticed the hat. Oh, that's perfect. Sorry, sorry, sorry. That totally caught me off guard. Let me save that. That's so funny. I can give myself the role, funny enough. Yeah, I'll definitely join the gang. I'll change my picture after the call. Yeah, no, I totally understand. And I'm going to work on building this call up too, right? So, my process will involve strengthening the connection between the marketing and community team, right? And then I'm also going to strengthen that connection between the Sahara community and myself, right? And then at the same time, I'm going to fix the connection with the product. We are going to find meaningful programs to run for you guys, and we're going to go from there. What some of those look like, for example, uh, going forward, is the ambassador program. I have I have a, I would say, extensive history managing programs like this, and I have kind of walked through the life cycle of it a few times. Samad can actually let you guys know about the process that we went through building the program. Samad was in my program for actually a few years. So, yeah, Cryptic J applications will open up and everything will be super clear. I plan to open up applications as soon as I can. I'm just working on that right now. As you know, I just joined the team, so I need a little bit of time. But I can, yeah, I can let you know I am working on the ambassador program right now. What that program looks like also will reward you for content. It will reward you for your time. Uh, it will give you the opportunity to build yourself up, right? And that's another thing that an ambassador program needs, right? It's not about just giving you the opportunity to earn, it's about giving you the opportunity to advance your level, right? A great example of this, and what I'd like to see of the end zone of this ambassador program, would honestly be members finding jobs in the space. This actually did happen for us in my previous program. The actually one of the support leads at Galaxy is Dan Favor. He was one of my ambassadors originally and was hired by the team. What I want is to create a program of ambassadors that are able to be uplifted with the community, right? Now, this will start off a bit smaller, of course, to start. I'll be probably limiting the first focus group to about 10 people and then expanding from 10 going forward. Yeah, that I'll be honest, a lot of the channels right now, Armadillo, will be gone. Quite a few, probably. I appreciate you spending more time here, Cryptic J. I love to see that, right? It's gonna be a slow roll. at the end of the day, right? It is not easy to fix what you feel has been broken, right? And I understand your frustrations, and I hope you guys can give me as much patience as you have to push these things forward over the coming months. And I will do my best to make things exciting and always hear your feedback. I do hopefully ask, though, that when you're upset, if you guys can be patient with me and take a step back, even if you're mad, and just understand that I'm not here to get you, right? I'm not out to get you. I'm here to listen. Okay. So going forward, not everything is going to obviously be perfect immediately, but we're going to work together to get to that perfect point. Yeah, Armadia, I am going to be going through the ambassador program. I've essentially been breaking it down and building it up in my own vision, and I will announce a blog that covers those details of the pilot program. We're going to find new ways to use the XP system. We're going to make it more valuable. We're going to find ways to do new incentives events. And next, before I continue on with anything, I want to talk a little bit about the current event, right? The My First Agent event. Now, I was not here for the creation of this, as you guys know. I simply joined towards its end. So, I appreciate anyone that gave me, their time of day with a little bit of patience. I know you guys were upset. I totally understand that, right? Especially when things are feeling very tense for you, right? When things have not been feeling good. So I totally get it. I'm not mad at anyone for being upset. Okay, let's make sure that's clear. I just want to let you know there was some confusion around the process. There was, worry about gaining the list. I want to let you guys know right now the list was not gained in any circumstance. There's no cheating involved, right? But at the same time, things were not clear enough for you to feel comfortable, right? We needed to give more information so that it was understood by everyone what was happening. And I'm going to make sure that that happens on Monday. Okay. When it comes to this event in specific, I'm going to try and finish this one off smoothly. And then I'm going to take all of this feedback and we're going to put it right into the next one. This will include, I actually went over the full list today, and I've been going over other agent submissions as well. There is another thing that I think was lost in translation, right? When it came to this event. It was that there is different characteristics to the agents that were looked at, right? And I want everyone to also think about this in the sense of, can you imagine if you worked on an agent and you might not be very good at this at the moment, but you wanted to put your hat in the ring and you got really creative, right? But maybe there were a few others that were statistically better, right? I think I would feel pretty disheartened to hear others talking down on my agent, right? I want to approach these events from a perspective of each and every contribution matters, and that as long as the goal and path is clear, we can avoid these sorts of arguments and back and forths, right? At the end of the day, someone's agent that may not have a perfectly written prompt could be so creative and thoughtful that it also matters, right? Does that make sense? And Azel, I saw your question about the vote. So let me see. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Is it true that new members will be able to vote? So when it comes to new members voting, I want to know from your side, Azel, what the issue is there. Um, it's hard to pick the best because they focus on different aspects. This is true, right? I want to make sure that the list is larger and more explained, right? I don't want anyone to feel like they've been shafted in any way, right? When it comes to the vote, I'm going to finish this off with a vote, right? Because we said we were going to do it with a vote. And we need to stay true to that for the rest of this event, right? Because I know some people don't like the vote. But going forward, I probably will avoid it. At the same time, some may want to finish this off in the same way. Currently, right now, Azel, I need to finish the points that I'm going over. If you have anything in specific, if you don't mind putting the notes in the chat for me while I go through the, I need to finish the points for today. So when you're talking about voting, I'm going to answer that question right now, Azel. So basically, I know some are essentially worried about, in quotations, new accounts voting, right? Uh, I need to be clear in the sense that the community itself is not just the Discord, right? A good example of this, Cryptic J, who has been participating in Sahara, has not spent a ton of time in the Discord, right? Does that mean Cryptic J should be left out of the vote? No, not at all. And I stand firm on that point. That is one point that I fully believe and that we will definitely move forward with. When we do look at voting overall, the things we want to avoid are obviously spamming and obviously botting, right? I'm going to limit the vote to the role that is required a user to get past security that does have bot protection. This is to avoid bots from doing the larger vote, but also letting community members vote that may even come in from Telegram, right? Because there is multiple Telegram communities, especially nationalities like Korea, for example, also mainly use Telegram and other social media more than they use Discord, right? There's nothing wrong with people coming into the community to spend time in Discord that haven't, that want to vote on this event. I'm not going to kick you out for wanting to vote Cryptic J. And Azel, I 100% believe what I'm telling you right now. There is no reason to exclude members like Cryptic J from voting when they want to participate. So at the same time, Azel, I understand your point, right? I understand your point. But I can't in good faith kick Cryptic J out of the event because you're telling me you could cheat it, right? That doesn't make sense, right? Even then, that's not even necessarily true. I'm telling you, it's going to be role locked. I hope you understand that. It's going to be role locked to the security role. Yeah, but Kurlik, we can't limit to that extent because when we exclude people wanting to be a part of the community, we're only moving backwards, right? I need you to know as well that essentially going forward, the way that events are run will avoid this entirely. That is my goal. I hear your feedback. I understand your concerns, right? Let me see, Michigan. The only option is to vote on see what platforms since you can try agents out, but hard to do. There is no easy solution for different socials. Michigan, if you want to send me this information in more detail, I would appreciate that. If you think there's a better way to do the vote on Monday. So, Azel, you're looking at it too black and white, right? It's way too black and white that you're looking at it like this. So, if I need you to understand here, right? So, say Cryptic J joined the Discord yesterday and he didn't have a profile picture yet, right? But he was still in this chat talking with you today. Then is he not a community member, right? If I lock the voting to bronze role, that kicks out people like Jay. I'm going to limit it as much as I can and keep out those people as well. So if Jay can't participate in the vote, then he's locked out. Okay, so Jay is real community. Jay is real community. That's at the end of the day, right? I know it's hard, right? And I don't and I know that we're not going to find a perfect solution, but I want you to know that going forward, this will be avoided entirely, right? I'm going to be running programs that don't involve situations like this. For Monday, the vote will be role locked to the security role, right? The explanations will be more clear and things will be put forward, finished off, and we will move forward with better events. So announce three winners with detailed guide and select only two agents for first place and everything fine. So this is one thing I'm thinking about, honestly, but yeah. You'll maybe add a few members to the list and nothing will change. So I understand you're feeling this perspective, right? Where things have been not changed in the past, right? The only thing I can tell you is that I plan to make differences over time, and whether or not you believe me in this exact moment is tough, right? I need to make the actions speak louder, and I will go through this. There is a back and forth. Some people agree, and some people don't, right? Yeah, so Azel, I'm going over the list and making sure that every explanation is clear, and I'm going to expand the list, like I said, right? But I'm not sure essentially what the gripe is with the current list, right? Because as I mentioned, the list was not cheated. There is an issue of non-clarity for the explanation around each choice, and I'm making sure that that's clear, right? Also, the moderator, Lily, her post, she has been asked, she's not been asked, she asked to have it removed because she does not want to earn rewards from other community members, right? And that's totally fine as well. So Armadillo, going forward, I was actually thinking of doing that for future events as well, where we actually have someone from the team test things out in a more formal matter, as well as the submission process is a more formal matter, where we actually review prompts beforehand, we test the agents out together, and then we actually run quality checks to find the best outcome. See you later, Samad. Appreciate you coming and saying hey. No. Or sorry, Azel, you mean so only one winner from the vote, like the highest vote, as in, and then the runner ups are chosen by team? Is that what you're mentioning? I just want to be clear before I answer. Okay, yeah. So basically, the way that I want to do it, and I was going to announce this on Monday, is that the vote and runner ups, so the three highest, other than the main highest, will also be the winners. This is the route I plan to take for it because, for example, if I were to choose a winner and another person had a high amount of votes and I chose not them, that person can also feel just as unfair. Now, I'm also open to discussion, right? You can let me know, right? Azel, for example, if you would like me to choose the three others as well after talking with the team, I can explore that option also, right? but I want to hear both sides. Okay, so from your perspective, if the vote decides the big winner, the three others being chosen by the team is the outcome that you would be more okay with. Yeah, Matiev is not getting a cash reward. He can definitely participate. I also will be overviewing the mod and junior moderator system as well going forward. Because if there are junior mods that are doing more work and not getting rewarded, I don't think that's good. Azel, I was just reiterating your point that no. I didn't exclude him. No, that's a miss. Yeah, I didn't exclude him. No, he's staying. He's a okay. That's a fair point, Kurlik. I can go that route. Realistically, the point is that I hear from you guys who participated in this when it comes to that action, and then we can go from that point, right? That's part of why I wanted to go live with you today, right? And Azel, I think your point as well from the worry around the vote makes also making the decision for the other three uh, kind of alleviate some of that stress, right? So, Armadilla, another thing I'd like to do going forward is when we get closer to something like mainnet or whenever I have the opportunity to push this forward, if we could start doing governance and utilizing some of the community tokens towards events and programs that are better, right? More fleshed out like this. So, picture the My First Agent event where everything from start to finish is very piece by piece and detailed. And we are doing full quality checks for every single agent. And the rewards come from the community. The events are put forward by the community, and the rewards are for the community. I see people talking about proxy competitions. So what's changed? What did the new leadership announce? So if you missed my earlier mention, if anyone would like to let them know as well, there is going to be a visual restructure, a overhaul of the mods program to make sure that everyone is working the best they can. And then finally, we are working on the new ambassador program as well as a overall general community incentives program. For the details of these things, I cannot give you today, of course. I can give you an outline of how I want things to look, but until I have things confirmed on paper to share with you, I obviously don't want to make promises that I cannot keep, right? My goal is to be honest and to be conversative with each of you, right? That's the goal at the end of the day, and that's how we're going to get there. I've been working with the marketing team and product team since I arrived to make sure that things are clear and that we can be more connected going forwards. So there should be some changes that you guys see within the first few weeks of September for sure. That will be very solid, I think, very solid for sure. I'm looking at doing a full overhaul of the XP system as well to find better ways for it to reward you guys. I also want to look at doing more rewards for. Um, so I wanted some feedback on this. Right here's where I get to ask you guys questions like this, and hopefully you guys can give me some good thought. Right, um, we have the gold, bronze, silver, etc. right now. Right, I was thinking of starting a new version of this with fresh roles, and there would be incentives alongside this. But those that had certain levels of the previous rules would get bonuses toward the new program. So if you were gold, you would have a big jump ahead from the others. It's a refresh, but not a refresh at the end of the day because the golds and silvers, etc., would have a increase bonus to start, and this would be a more dedicated incentives plan. Nope, that will not be possible, Hazel. I will make sure of that. Yep, I'll make sure it's not possible. Oh no, we're not losing that role. Definitely not. Exactly. Yeah. That's a great point, Mish. Right? There needs to be there needs to be more value in every action that's happening. Right? I need to make sure that the things I'm asking you guys to do is valuable for you and for me. Right? Now, I'm doing a full overview of the moderator program as well. We're going to find new avenues to work in that make sense. We're going to make sure that everyone is fully up to date on what I'm doing, right? So that when you talk to them, you're able to get the best answer every time, right? Um, and at the same time, if, for example, Azel, you feel like this is happening, right? Like a claim where you think that someone might be giving something more to someone else, right? I don't have that answer whether or not it is exactly happening. I just joined. But if that's something that worries you, I can work on that and make sure that you're not stressed about it any longer. Okay. I'm not taking that role away. Don't worry. That can stay. As long as you tell me the story going forward. Has double, sorry, team roles. That's because I'm super admin. I am super admin. So if things need to change as far as permissions, I'll make that happen as well. So Azel, Azel is a great example of a really solid community member, guys. He's very passionate, right? He's got his opinion, right? And I respect that 100%. The only thing I ask of members like Azel is that they are respectful back to me, right? And Azel, for example, to Cryptic J, to Bluebird, to Armadilla, if you guys have any other complaints or thoughts that I might be able to handle, let me know. Okay, guys? And I will work to make those things resolved and so that you feel comfortable. So we have some tasks coming up to the user in chat asking about DSP. I'm also going to, I appreciate that, Azel. Thank you. I want to build that respect with you guys, right? I want you to feel like you can talk to me, and I'm going to try and handle these concerns. So I appreciate that. In regards to DSP, we have new tasks coming up. I'm also going to be working with the business development team to make sure that we have tasks more often and that they're more valuable. So I'm looking at getting the ambassador program launched as soon as possible. I don't have an exact date for you, but I am revamping it and pushing it out as soon as I can. Forgive me for not having dates for you guys today. It's just because I've only been here a few days. Iwanland. Oh, lovely to see you. Oh man, guys, please welcome Iwanland. Iwanland is also a previous member of my past ambassador program at Galaxy. He is a fantastic person and has a wealth of knowledge. He is a legend. Iwanland is a legend. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a look at the roles that like content creator, etc., all of these things, and I want to try and work it into things where you guys feel like you're getting value for it. I want people like Cryptic J, right? to join the community, participate, right? To get into the Discord, you know, and feel involved and have more opportunity to jump into content creator positions, to jump into different events, to feel like he can have a voice as well. At the same time, I want everyone that is a veteran in here to feel like their voice is heard and being heard. And I also want those in here to feel like they can go out onto Twitter, they can go into Telegram groups, and they can also feel that same value, right? Our community is more than just Discord. Our community is Twitter, it's Telegram, it's Korean social media, it's whatever social media is available in each and every country. It's us connecting together. That's the goal here, right? That's what I want to make clear and what I plan to do going forward. I'm working on reviewing the OP KGAO and seeing where we can add new points of value. So, like beyond just merch. Yep, exactly. No, I fair. That's fair. Yasenka? So I will, right now, I'm in charge of all of this and I will be managing all of this. I'm going through every single piece. I'm going through every single role. I'm going through all of it. I'm fine. I'm gonna basically gonna revamp each and every piece, and we're gonna look at figuring it out. So new voters can be community members as well because this experience can give them a chance to want to participate more. Felix, the day that we deny, right, is the day that they don't come back, right? So, Sly Fox. Will there be a program for? Yeah, I'm looking at doing a program for content creators as well. Exactly, Armadia. I will never deny newcomers, but going forward for things like this, I will avoid votes like this, right? But I did not put this program forward, and I need to finish it as it was stated, right? That needs to be consistent, and I plan to remain consistent going forward, right? Certain things we can talk about and figure out and move forward with and make changes on. But your feedback is what I want, right? And so I hear your feedback around this event. And going forward, I'm going to make sure the events are more clear and don't involve anything like this that you feel uncertain on, right? I'm just reading the chat as well. One second. One second, guys. When is the DSP task coming out? I believe around Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't have the exact day, but I know it's coming next week, Kego. Well, if we talk about artist drop, about $200 is bad. It's no cool review content. Why do we still need to know robots now? My friend created animation, got nothing. Yeah, see, I don't want moments like this, right, Sly Fox? We want things to be better. Yeah, so Sly Fox, interestingly enough, uh, part of what I want to do with it as well is marketing promotion for content creators also. So I want incentives, of course, but I also want to promote you guys on social platforms so that you can grow bigger as well. Mishkan, I am going to be working on some IRL meetups as well, where there will be events that are hosted. Uh, I'll be giving more details on that down the line as well for you guys in different popular cities, etc. Felix, I understand we're maybe not going to agree on this today, right? But here's the thing: if those community members were to vote on X, nothing stops them from voting, right? I understand nothing stops the bots from voting on X. We can stop bots from voting on Discord, but at the same time, like if every other area is open for all community members, then they should have the option here as well. We cannot block out people that want to participate and are being vocal about it. And Cryptic J is a perfect example of this. If I shut down Cryptic J's request to vote, I don't think he would ever come back. Now, at the same time, I want to make sure that what I focus on going forward makes you guys happy, those that have spent time here already, right? But it doesn't mean I need to ignore new people, right? What I need to do is highlight the people that have made this great previously and also make it a space that's welcoming to new community members, right? And I need you guys to do that with me, right? That's what we need to do together. If we're not welcoming as well as accepting of those that have been here before, then we're doing something wrong. I'm just reading the chat. Just one moment. Yep, sounds good. We need to talk about it. Yeah, 100%. I agree. Future events will be very different, in my opinion. There'll be a lot more of a good process. I don't have an update on the mainnet yet. As soon as I do, I will let you know. Yeah, so Fly Fox, I totally get you. I'm gonna aim to make this a place where you can make really cool content and it's promoted and you're rewarded for it. That's one of my goals, right? Because as long as that content is really solid um, and good, I want to highlight it, right? Yeah, I wanna push for more in real life meetups as well, Matthew, where we can organize something together. So for the Discord events, we're gonna slow them down a bit, right? So what I mean by that is we're gonna slow down the fun events that don't have any sort of correlation to what we're doing, right? So it doesn't mean we're gonna get rid of all of them, but there's a lot of things happening right now that just don't make sense, right? We need events to have a larger focus on the matter at hand. It needs to be something that gets you value as well as me, right? And on my side, that's the product and the community working together. So, Discord events and future events going forward are going to be a lot more informational focused with a balance of fun as well. For me, I currently live in Canada, so it's 2 a.m. for me right now. Yeah, no worries. I understand that as well, Sly Fox. I totally understand that. I know a good bit about content creation as well, and content promotion. And if you guys are making some really solid stuff that's very complex, and I can promote that as well, I would love to do that. Soccer or football? Oh, that's so funny. My mom's British, so football. Yeah, Sly Fox, if you want to send me a DM as well, I can keep you. I can make notes down about what you're doing as well, if you'd like to do that. Uh, yeah, send me a DM because I want to take note of this, right, so that I can see about highlighting what you guys are doing. So, yeah, what's everyone's favorite sport in the chat? Let me know your favorite sport. Funny enough, I actually, yeah, let me know some of your hobbies too. Let's dial it back, right? There's a lot of stressful topics, right? Let's take a second and breathe and tell me something about yourself. Tell me your favorite sport. Basketball, tennis, cricket. F1 is an interesting one. Napalm. Oh, see, that's a real. You got a lot of discipline, Denchik. Hey, if you're doing running, that's your sport. That's a lot of discipline. Um, one by one. Thank you so much for taking the time. Cryptic J, basketball, F1. There's a lot of F1 fans. Wow. Sleeping, yeah, that's my girlfriend's favorite sport. Oh, dude, esports totally count. Hobby horsing. Damn, that's cool, Curly. Hobby horsing. Commander sport. Like the card game, Magic the Gathering, or wait, was oh Minecraft. Okay, that's funny. um, damn, I'm surprised. No combat sports fans, hey? Fun fact about myself: I have done 3 years of boxing. No, no, no worries. I don't. I will not be doing that, Matthew. Oh, Cryptic J, that's fantastic. Dimfa, so that fear, right, is important for something like that. And if you can channel it, it will benefit you rather than harm you. Oh, Pixel Cat, that's a tough one. I actually like both of them. I like Fury and I like Usyk, but Fury is too in his head. He's too in his own head forever. That's the problem. Usyk has a better mental game, and that's why he won. Fantastic fight, though. My mom is from my mother is from Luton in England, and my dad is from Canada. Usyk is the goat, honestly. Usyk is 100% the goat right now. Like he is honestly the best in the world. By quite like it's crazy. If any of you want to talk about things like this, always feel free to shoot me a message too, or ping me in a chat, etc. I'm gonna try and keep singular chats for discussions like this, but make sure that things are limited so we don't have too much fluff going on. But yeah, Jay, you should definitely do some boxing, and for Dimfna, you should try it out as well. It's incredible to feel like you have more control over your body than you've ever had. You'll feel amazing at the end of the day. You'll feel a lot more confident. I've done lots of sparring as well, some few things like that. Boxing, and honestly, when you do get punched, it doesn't really hurt. If I ever see you guys in a IRL event, I'll teach you some things. I train my friend right now as well. That's funny that you mentioned that, Mish. My second favorite hobby is chess. So exactly, Hazel, exactly, yeah. There's a lot of there's so the interesting things are is you it doesn't really hurt because the adrenaline. I hope I can bring back that same feeling, Yasenko. I just need you to give me a little bit of time while I work on things, okay? I'll spar with Cryptic J at a conference. Just exhibitions. Will community RL event in Europe be resumed? We have a group on Telegram. Yeah, I will be resuming things like this as well. Yeah, we will be looking at providing some more opportunities for IRL events like what you guys were doing previously. Oh my god. Yeah, that's true. Actually, you'll lose your license. You'll be suspended. We'll be doing more regional events as well. This will also be something I'll be incorporating into things. If you guys are curious about how I have ran some things in the past, there were two gentlemen in here earlier, Iwan Lan and Samad, who previously worked for my ambassador program at Galaxy. They could give you some good examples if you also want to ask them for feedback or a reference towards the work that I've done. If that gives you a little bit of context as well, it's Samad and Iwan Lan. So they can also give you a bit of like a recap of some of the things we've done before that are really fun. So. Um, maybe type check. Hey, possible. I could maybe get things rolling definitely before end of the year. That's my goal for sure. Oh yeah, if anyone ever wants to play chess too, love some chess. We'll probably keep the chess event and the karaoke, and then cut out a lot of others. Oh really, Hazel? What's your rating? Nice. Same here actually. It was I think it was like 15, like 30 or something like that. Oh, you doing a lot of bullet? Yeah. I like a lot of blitz. 3 minute, 5 minute. We'll do a brand new refreshed chess event with maybe some prizes. Azel, what's your favorite? I know you do bullet. What's your favorite opening though? Oh, you guys do 3+2? Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, that's good for people. Oh, nice. You don't see a lot of people do King's Gambit. Yeah. If I get the chance, Azel, I like the Urasov Gambit. Is my favorite to play on white side. On black, the French into the Owens. So it's like E6, B6, and then you can either shoot the pawn up or like flex it from there. Pixel, we can teach you. It's easier than you think. Okay, we're gonna fix that. My peak was like 1530 or something like that. 1535, I think. Fun story, Azel. In America, there's a chess master in New Orleans who plays on the street. I got to play some games against him. It was really fun. So if you ever go to New Orleans in America, you can find him on the street and you can play him in chess. His peak rating was like 2100 or something. I had a friend who was teaching me who was rated like 2400, who was my teacher for a bit. Yeah. So Felix, part of that is the connection between the marketing team and the community team, right? It's making sure that the right information is put out to the people and that here in the server itself, in the Telegram, as well as the comment sections, everywhere that we are, the mood is different, right? That's part of it. At the same time, it's making sure that things like rewards are clear and balanced, that we have consistency, and that the user flow for someone to go from Telegram to Twitter to Discord is simple and understood. Those are the singular ways that will start to increase flow. We'll also work with the product team to make things more inventive for our events as well. Part of it will be my overall programs and then how we push and promote those programs as well. When it comes to things like chess, it can be taking a look at what we're doing and seeing how it can be possibly even run between multiple communities, right? I do know some other CMs that want to do joint work, so we could do some community cross community events as well. Yeah, I'm working on some fresh campaigns for sure. Samad, great to have you back. Now, I will say this. Obviously, these things can't change overnight, right? So I do appreciate your guys' patience, right? While I step into the position. Obviously, it's been a short period for me. I've dove right into things. You know, we've been having some back and forth, some discussions. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys being as vocal as you are. Okay. You know, I want to hear what you have to say, right? I'll maintain that level of respect with you guys, and you guys hopefully can remain that with me. Yeah, so I'm gonna be planning some more lives, Armadia, with the product team so that we can talk in more detail about the upcoming product and the direction it's going. Fantastic. I will get to your DM tomorrow, Sly Fox, if you don't mind. Um, oh, that's fantastic, Mishkan. I'll reach out to you for that if you can ping me on it in the events channel. I'll probably get back to you any messages from tonight tomorrow, as it is after 2 a.m. for me. So I'll probably end this call in a moment, and then I'll chat with you. I'll give you guys any updates, etc., that I can tomorrow as well. One sec. Yep, I do agree with that. My goal is we make the rewards make sense. We make the process make sense. Things need to be better visually. Things need to be more communicative. The relationship needs to be fixed, right? I totally understand. I want to make this better. I'm going to do my best to do so. Okay. That's all I can tell you today, of course. I will try to maintain this vocal connection with you guys. If I have any updates as far as programs, I'll let you guys know right away. Um, Yeah, exactly. Azel, I'll do my best to make sure that that's faster as well. Yeah, whatever I can do to fix that, I will. I do appreciate that. I'll work on making a better connection with the finance team so that we know things are going out. Totally understand. I will end this call here. Um, your feedback has been fantastic. Okay. I thank you guys for, letting me know how you feel, voicing everything. Pixel Cat, thank you. Let's work together. Keep letting me know how you feel. I'll do my best to find the line that works for everyone. We will make this great again. We'll get excited. We'll do some cool stuff. That's my goal. I hope to talk to you guys again soon. Thank you, and I will see you later. Of course, and if anyone wants to DM me as well, I will get to those. Please be patient when it comes to DMs. I do get a lot of them. So if I don't get to all of them right away, just know I will eventually. Okay? Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Talk soon. Goodbye for now.